Dear students, today we are going to discuss about the ideas of development. So, what is development? The development is nothing but achieving the goal of making life better. To make our life better, it is our goal. To achieve that goal, to achieve the goal of making better of life for all and bringing equality for all. It is development. It is nothing but improve our life. To improve our life, it is our goal. So, we are achieving the goal of making our life better is called development. So, what is the idea of development? We have developed nothing but seek the thing. Seek the thing. We want that thing. Which we want? We want the thing. That thing which fulfill. That thing which fulfill our needs. And that thing which fulfills is developmental goals. So, development is the achieving the goal of making our life better is the development. And the idea of development means seek the thing, that thing will fulfill our goal of development. It is the idea of development. So to understand clearly, there are some examples are given in our textbook also. Here, the different persons, they have their goal of development. For example, a farmer is there. What is development in his opinion? In his opinion, to get the good rainfall, to get the good price for their produce, and to get the good public facilities, and to get the better market facilities to buy their products, produce. So, this is the development for him. For a labor working in the industry, what is the development in his opinion? To get better wages, and he wants good working conditions and good environment in that industry, and he wants pension or other benefits or provident fund or other type of benefits. These are the goals of that worker who is working in a factory. So the goals are different from the farmer to that labor working in the industry. So the different persons, they have the different goals. Here we can see the landless labor. Generally landless labor, he wants daily work and good ways and better ways. And also the prosperous farmers. Okay, they earn some money. They are very well in that position. Then what they will want? They want the good support price for their crop and to settle their children abroad, like that. These are the goals of that settled or prosperous farmers. Then third one is a rural woman from a landowning family. They have own land. In that family, a woman is there. What is his goal? In the same way, she has owned the land, so she wants to get the good crop and the good price that crop and good market facilities, and because of them to improve her status in that family. Also she wants. And fourth one is the farmers who depend only on rain. Farmers, these are the farmers, they have no irrigation facilities. they depends upon only rainfall. So generally the type of farmers, they have the goal means they want they want generally the good rain in the coming year for growing the crops. They want good rainfall in the coming year and good price for their produce. And also a boy from a rich urban family. Generally in the urban areas, the boys, of course, they are educated. As they are educated, they want to go for the studies abroad and they want a good job abroad. Like that, these are the wants, these are the desires, are the goals of their development. In their view, that is the development. And the urban unemployed youth, okay, in the urban area, some youth are educated or some not, and they are unemployed. Who are unemployed, generally they think about the job opportunities to get employment. That is their goal of development. And a girl from a rich urban family. Girl from the rich urban family. In urban area, she is educated and she wants the equal rights as well as his brother, and she wants to complete her studies abroad and she works and settle abroad in the future. These are the development goals of that girl. So we have observed all these developmental goals of the different persons. So the different persons have the different goals here. The different persons have the different goals here. The goal for one person may not be goal for another person. The goal of development for one person is may not be goal of others. Sometimes it may be destructive to others. So to understand the goal, the development and the destruction, we take one example. An example is given in our textbook also. An atomic power project, Kudankulam power project in Tirunelveli district in Tamil Nadu. The government to set up an atomic energy plant in Kudankulam. Actually, this area is situated near the coastal region, and most of the fisher folk, that depending upon the catching the fish, and they feared about the security and safety and their livelihood also. On the basis of security and the basis of their livelihood, so they demanded to stop that establishment of atomic power project. Of course, the scientists and environmentalists and the social activists, they supported that village people. And even though so many protests, the government assured and completed that project by assuring the provision of safety and security measures to place in that power plant. So here, what is that? There is a conflict between the development and destruction. Development and destruction. Here, the opinion of development is with the government and the opinion of destruction with the people. For the government is saying about that by establishing this atomic energy plant, we can produce more power and we fulfill the needs of the industries and the people for the electricity and other things. So this is the development, and also some of the people who are living in that area will get the jobs in that plant also. So this is the development. So the government argued that the establishing of that plant is the indicator of development. But the people had not the same goal like the government. The government said it was the development project, but they said that this is the destructive project, because the atomic energy, due to that radiation or the any problem will be there in the future, and they feared about that safety, and for their livelihood also will be disturbed due to that project. So they felt that is not development, that is the destruction. So the goal for one person may not be same for another person. It may be varied, and sometimes it may be conflicted with each other. There is a conflict between the government and the people. So these are the different types of goals and ideas of development. Okay, you observed that all the people, they have the different goals. They have the different goals like better wages, better price, regular work. So when we observe all these goals, we can understand that these are all related to the money or goods, material things. So this is related to the money, income. So these goals are income and other goals. Income goals and other goals. In the income goals, the wages, price, regular work to earn more money, and these are all related to the money. And by the money we can purchase any goods. So totally these related to the material things are related to the income goals. But is the income goal is important for the better life or quality of life? So which is required for quality of life? Only income is required. With the help of income only we can satisfy. With the help of income only our quality of life will be fulfilled? No. Some persons have the other type of goals also there. These goals are generally, they have the goals of equality. They want equality, and they want freedom, they want security, they want free from pollution, they want pollution free environment, and they are expecting the respect from others also. So these are all the not material things, these are all non-material things, and also these are not the income goals. These are the non-material goals. Due to these non-material goals and material or income goals, our quality of life will be fulfilled. Then only we achieve our developmental goals. Already you know the development is one person may not be development others, even though there are some common goals. Every person to get more money, to earn more money, it is common goal, and also these are also common goals, but sometimes may not be same of all the goals of all the. We learned the different goals of the different persons. We can compare the persons with their goals and with their incomes. But how to compare the different countries and states? For example, with the help of national income, or with the help of per capita income, we can compare the different countries or states. But here, comparing with the national incomes of that countries is not good. It is not good. It is not better than the comparing with the per capita income. Because the national income, it is nothing but the income of all the people living in that country in a year is called national income. But some of the countries, they have the about equal amount of national income, but their population is varied. Due to that variation in the population, there is no equal distribution among the people of that countries. So the amount, the national income is not distributed among the people equally due to that overpopulation. Some countries, they have the higher population, and some countries they have the lower population. So we cannot compare equally that countries with the help of national income. So we compare with the per capita income. How can we get the per capita income? By dividing the national income by population of that country. By dividing the national income by population, we get the per capita income. So compare with the per capita income is better than the national income. It gives somewhat good results than the national income. And here, to compare the different countries, the World Bank also in the 2017, World Bank also categorized the countries in the world into 3 groups: the higher income groups, and the middle income groups, and lower income groups. Based on the per capita income of that countries, the World Bank categorized that countries. In 2017, World Development Report was issued by the World Bank, and based on per capita income of the different countries. They gave the report. In this report, we can observe the countries with the $12,055 or above per capita income will comes under the higher income group, and the countries with the per capita income of $995 to $12,055 or comes under the middle income groups, and the countries which have the per capita income of $995 and below or comes under the lower income groups. And also the higher income groups, these are also called as the developed countries. Generally, for example, the Western countries like Britain, France, Russia, USA, Germany, like that, these are the developed countries, comes under the higher income group. Okay, in the middle income group, from $995 to $12,055 comes under the middle income group. The middle income group, India, Iran, Iraq, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, like that, these medium type of countries comes under the middle income groups. These are also called as the developing countries. They are developing, not developed, not undeveloped, developing countries. The process is going on. And the below $995, it is the lower income group or undeveloped countries. Undeveloped countries. So this categorization was given under the World Development Report prepared by the World Bank in 2017. The incomes of all the countries of 2017 were taken for preparing this report here. Okay, to understand clearly the effect of per capita income, the average income, and also the average income, the per capita income will be stated in dollars to compare the different countries, because different countries have the different currencies. So when we compare all the income, per capita incomes of that countries, it is difficult to understand. We cannot estimate their development. So we have to take the common currency. So we are using the dollar. We are measuring the all incomes of that countries in the dollar only. Okay, here to understand the impact of per capita income or average income, or it is also called as the average income. In our textbook, there is a table is given here, one best example is given here, and we in this table we assume that only 5 citizens are here in each country. It is not correct, just you assume that in country A and country B. The 5 persons in country A are getting like this: first one, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one. 9,500, 10,500, 9,800, 10,000, 10,200. Totally the average per capita income is 10,000 here. The average per capita income of country A is 10,000. And in the same way, here 500, 500, 500 and 48,000 at one person. In the hands of one person, 48,000 is there. And this country's average income is also 10,000. So which is developed country? Which country is developed? If you get a chance to live in these two countries, which country you select to live? Generally, all the persons prefer to live in the country A, because this country has no rich, no poor. The country has no rich, no poor persons, because almost all the persons with a slight difference of amount, they are living in that country. Almost all the persons are getting equitable. There is a equitable distribution. There is equitable distribution among the people of that country A. Almost all the people, they are getting nearly same amount, 10,000, nearly 10,000, 900, 800, 500, only 500. Slight difference is there. So this country is no rich, no poor. But here, the four persons have the 500 only. The only one person, he has the 48,000 only. He is the rich person. The four persons are poor. The poor persons are more than the rich person here. So the country with the rich person is country B. So the country A is the equitable distributed country, and this is the good indicator of development. You can take the good development to place in the country A than country B. Public facilities. Generally, the people have the personal goals of development. Even though they have the personal goals of development, they should have the common goals of development also. Because all the time it is not possible to achieve the developmental goals of your personal also. For example, one personal goal is there to achieve the good health, but due to the polluted environment, it is not possible to you to get that good health. So this good health, this pollution free environment is related to the community, society. So there is a common goal. The common goal is that pollution free environment. To get that pollution free environment, we have to share some goals of development with the society also, with other persons also. So these are the common goals of development generally provided by the government or sometimes with the help of the people. So the public facilities, these are the facilities are provided by the government for the public welfare. For example, the public facilities are used, these facilities are used by the people, used by all the people. These are provided by the government, So the roads and parks and schools and hospitals, etc. These are the public facilities. They are provided by the government. So these are the common used facilities by all the people who are living in that community. So generally, the people are thinking not only about the income, they are thinking about the respect from others, freedom and equality. Like that, some of the non-material goals also there. We have understood earlier. So income is not only thing to measure the development of a country or state or anything. So not only income, we have to measure the other things. Especially for the well-being of the humans, also be measured for the development. For that, the UNDP, United Nations Development Program, UNDP is publishing HDI report, Human Development Index. So this UNDP is releasing or publishing HDI of the countries. In this HDI, not only income is taken as the criteria for measuring the development. So not only income, they use the other criteria, health and education, for measuring the HDI. So HDI is telling about the well-being of humans, well-being of the people of that country is important than the income of that people. So the all-round development of the people is the correct measure of development. According to HDI, HDI is measuring all-round development, almost all-round development. So they have taken the criteria, and there are some indicators also there. That is the economical indicators and social indicators. The economical indicator the per capita income or income of the people comes under the economic indicator. And in the social indicators, they are taking the criteria of health and education. Health and education, these are the social indicators. By taking these criteria of income, health and education, it is the good for measuring the development of a country. But if we have the good income and good health and good education, so we are happy. To measure our happy, to measure our well-being, to measure our all-round development, they are not taking only income. They are measuring all-round development. First, World Bank categorized on the basis of per capita income only. They categorized depends upon the only per capita income. That is not good. Already we have examined with the help of country A and country B. What will happen in the future, we know that. So income, health and education also important criteria to measure the development. That is also they link the human with the development. Link to the humans to the development. So human development is the actual development of that countries. They defined. Here in the income, they are taking the per capita income. What is per capita income? The national income is divided by the population is called the per capita income. Okay. Next in the health. They are taking the indicators of IMR and life expectancy rate. Infant mortality rate. What is it? Infant mortality rate. It is nothing but out of 1,000 children born live, how many children died before the completion of 1 year? Out of 1,000 children born live, and how many children died before completion of 1 year is called the infant mortality rate. For example, out of 1,000 children born live, 20 children died before completion of 1 year. The infant mortality rate is 20 because 20 children died before completion of 1 year. And the life expectancy. What is life expectancy? Life expectancy denotes the length of expectancy of life of a person at the time of the birth. We are expecting the lifespan, length of the life of that person at the time of birth. That is the life expectancy. The average lifespans. For example, in one country, the lifespan of the people, life expectancy of the people is 65 years. In some other country, 70. In some other country, 80. It means up to 80 years, up to 60 years, up to 65 years, the people can live in those countries because of the good facilities provided by that governments or by their earnings. So these are the health indicators, IMR and life expectancy. And also education, it is also one criteria. In education criteria, we are taking the indicators of the literacy rate. What is the literacy rate? The percentage of literate people 7 years and above, or who are capable of reading, writing, and understanding in any regional language. They are called as the literates. Net attendance rate. Here, out of the total children in the age group of 6 to 7 years age, how many children are attending the school? Age group is 6 to 17 years age group. How many children are attending the school? It is the net attendance rate. And the average year of schooling. It is the education received by the people 25 years or above. The average years of education received by the people the age of 25 years and above is called as the average year of schooling. It means the persons who attend the age of 25 years and above 25 years, people who received, that persons received how many years, how many average years they received education is called average year of schooling. And next one is the expected year of schooling. Depending upon the enrollment of the children and the expectation in the future year of schooling is the expected year of schooling here. So by these three criteria, the UNDP is measuring the human development with the help of income indicator, economic indicator, and social indicators. We are measuring the actual development of the human beings. This is the actual development. The only per capita income or national income are not the actual criteria for the measurement of development. In the Human Development Index released in 2019, India ranked 129. India ranked 129 in 2019 HDI report according to the 2019 HDI report. And also some of the countries got good ranks, and some of the states also got good ranks than the other states. So what are the reasons for their variation of development? What are the reasons for the variation of development of that countries or state? In our country also, some countries are ahead and some countries are not developed. So to understand clearly, so what are the things, what are the reasons behind the Human Development Index and for ranking, to get the good ranks, what are the steps to be taken in the future? So let's discuss one example of Himachal Pradesh state. So this is the development as progress over time. Development as progress over the time. We are taking the Himachal Pradesh. It is the best example for improving the education in that state. Nearly they started the schooling revolution. Actually, at the time of independence, the low literacy rate was there, and actually the Himachal Pradesh, it is an hilly region and it is difficult to set up the schools and the low density of population here. So to overcome all these problems, the government started the schooling revolution here. With the help of the people, the government provided many facilities for the education of the children, especially for the girls' education. In the 2005, our Indian government spent rupees 1049 rupees per child for his education. But the Himachal Pradesh state spent rupees 2005 per child for his education. This is the variation among the Indian government and the Himachal Pradesh state government. So it clearly shows that the Himachal Pradesh government is providing and spending more grants on the education, and not only spending the more education, especially they concentrated on the girls' education also. The government set up so many schools over the state, and also they constructed the Pakka buildings, and they provided the sanitation facilities and classrooms. They appointed the sufficient teachers, and they provided the free education for all. Due to that provisions, the education is accessed more to the people of Himachal Pradesh state. And also, especially the girls in the age group of 13 to 18, they completed their education, and they are going to secondary education also. And we can observe clearly in this Himachal Pradesh state, there is no gender bias. There is no discrimination of a boy or a girl. They are treating equally boys and girls. And sometimes we can observe the more concentration on the girls' education. And the many girls, they have completed their education, and they are working outside of the countries also, and they are working abroad also. They are earning more money, and they got dignity, and also they are participating in the social activities also. For example, in the Mahila Mandals of Himachal Pradesh, the women are participating actively, and in their family decisions also, and for their children education, for their income development, and they are participating more. And in the political section also, they are participating. So overall, the Himachal Pradesh government took the tremendous change in the education. So it is called as the schooling revolution. So this is the best way, this is the guide way to the other states also to get the more ranks in the coming human development reports.